it's not hard to hide. Everyone can see you, everyone can just point you out in a crowd, and so especially me growing up in a small town, being the size that I was, everyone knew you. It definitely did come with a lot of pressure. You felt like you had a standard to live up to, and that's kind of been my level. I thought there was always a standard I needed to live up to, being this big and this tall, and I feel like you had to match it. I could see from a small age, it was just I was destined to be so tall, and then as I grew up, I only got taller and bigger and bigger and bigger, so I knew something was going to happen.
I think what was helping him was the fact that he was teaching me and explaining things to me, so that helped him understand exactly what he had to do, and watching it was kind of fun. And he was always bigger than everybody growing up, but he was starting to show at a young age that he was actually really, really good, and we thought it was going to be basketball at first.
I mean, obviously 6'9" is pretty tall, but not abnormal tall for our family. I just kind of let him have fun. Like I said, a bunch of my friends were like, you need to work on with this. I'm like, he just wants to work on football.
It wouldn't be to my sophomore year in high school where I really just shot out. I felt like all the spotlight was on me before even all the recruiting stuff or anything, or even playing high school, is all these guys going to take pictures, all these guys getting big offers, and then all this stuff. So I was like, that's where I want to be, that's where I want to accomplish. And then you hit that roadblock of COVID, and you're like, man, you can't go anywhere. I'm at a point where I'm stuck. I was kind of getting down on myself, wasn't thinking I was good enough, didn't know if I was going to play at the next level. Talking to my mom and my dad, and I had a conversation. I was like, I just don't know if it's for me.
I told him that you just have to push yourself and make the best of it. So I know, even though a lot of the gyms were closed, he was out running hills, and I know when he was at his dad's house, he was pushing weights, doing the push-pull. So he found very creative ways to stay in shape. So when they got that ability to go back and start practices, he didn't lose any of his strength and ability.
You just got to turn it into motivation. And so that's exactly what I did. I worked out 10 times harder, I lifted 10 times harder, ran 10 times harder, and I did all these things 10 times harder. My junior year in the winter, and as soon as I got on that call with the head coach, I got off it, and I was just jumping up and down. I was just so excited, just finally see that it's all paying off. I felt like the next step up was to be able to get in the game, and not just get in the game, have an impact.
I know he's going to hopefully be ready when his number's called, because you just never know when it's going to happen. And just, stay positive. And, as long as he's enjoying his time, that's the one thing you got to do, is enjoy your time out there.
That all that work comes to fruition, when you see him out in the field, on the sidelines and things like that, that all that hard work pays off.
I'm not an emotional person publicly, but privately it was like go back home or go back to bed, kind of sit in a corner and just kind of sit back, and it's hard to believe that my son is at Ball State playing Division I football.